100 US Grant Street. Okay, this is a property that I purchased in December 2014. I was going to turn it into a regular commercial building. I'm actually in the process of totally repositioning this building into a senior living / assisted living facility. Now, when I bought this building, it was appraised, the replacement value was $1.1 million. Guys, guess what I paid for it? Anybody want to go in the chat box? I paid 165 grand for it. That's it. 165 grand. Now, I also assumed about $100,000, $125,000 in past due property taxes. Okay? Now I'm going to put in at least $100,000 into renovations and change-ups to make it ADA compliant and build it out. It's going to have 14 suites in it. Now, guys, guess what? I'm going to rent out each suite for about $5,000 a month. So what's 14 times 5,000? It's $70,000 a month, $800,000 a year in gross rents. And guess what? I got this lead through a mortgage broker referral. The mortgage broker referral. Okay? Is a guy that was in the business that knew who I was, that knew I did deals, that knew I had access to cash, and he referred me this deal. And I was able to buy it, I had cash to close, and I took it down. Number 30, how about the land bank? Okay? Now, what's a land bank? Does anybody know what a land bank is? Guys, go in the chat box. Does anybody know what a land bank is? A land bank is in communities that are kind of Rust Belt areas, a lot like Cleveland, Ohio. The properties are basically abandoned. And these counties, they set up a land bank where they basically have these abandoned properties that are donated to the land bank. Now, all the land bank is going to do is they're going to demolish them. They put a budget of about 7 to 10 grand to demo and demolish these properties. And they usually don't have enough money to demolish them all, so they sell them. Well, guess what? Our friend Jack Petrick, who's one of our coaching students, and he's also in our Maverick Mastermind, he just bought 4 properties. Guys, check this out. 4 properties from the land bank for less than $20,000 total. For $17,000, he acquired 4 homes that were going to be demolished. Now, each one of the properties needs about $25,000 in rehab. So he's going to be into each one for about 30 grand. But then he's going to get $900 a month in Section 8 rent. Now, these properties are not in the hood. They're not in the ghetto, right? They're not on the wrong side of the tracks. They're just in one of those, landlord area communities where there's a lot of landlords and a lot of rentals. The crime rate's a little bit higher than normal, but it's still a pretty safe community. Well, guys, within, 5 years, he'll have all 4 of these properties paid off. Number 3, how about code violations? Now, every single city has a building department that keeps a running list of all the properties that have code violations. And typically, this is public information. You can walk into the city, walk into the building department, and ask for the roster of properties that have code violations. Now, some of these building departments, they might not give up that list very easily, but this is usually a matter of public record. So you can literally walk in, and you can ask them to fill out the form to release public records. And they will list and release the roster of properties that have code violations. It becomes another list that you can market to. Past sellers and clients. You should be sending out a monthly newsletter, whether you're a realtor or whether you're a real estate investor. You should be sending out a physical and an email newsletter every single month to make sure that you continue to be the top of mind reference to get referrals and introductions for the future. Those are basically free leads. Number 33, hedge funds. Again, look for properties. Google search homes for sale in your city or real estate investing in your city. Many hedge funds and super wholesalers, They come into certain markets, they start buying properties, and now they're liquidating some of those. Now, they're not in every market, but you got to find out who they are and who the players are. And also in some markets, there's wholesalers that do massive amounts of marketing, like the guys at the Home Investors franchise, guys that do billboards, guys that do big marketing campaigns. You need to be friends with them and take what they don't want. There's 34 strategies right there that find great deals. Now, guess what, guys? Every single strategy we've covered so far is totally free. Totally free.